Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cody's Car Conundrum. I'm your host, Cody Wagner. No duh, right? Here we discuss everything from car news, culture, movies, stories, games, interviews, events, and so much more. Without further delay, on with the show. Hey everyone. Welcome to this new car special. Today we're diving into a car that I thought I already did. I really thought I already did this one, but apparently not. We are talking about the 2022 Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT today, as it's the fastest and quickest Porsche SUV ever made. Let's dive right in. Porsche has taken the wraps off their latest addition to the Cayenne Coupe lineup, introducing the new 2022 Cayenne Turbo GT. The Turbo GT seems to have dropped the Coupe from its official moniker, but rest assured, it's a trim level exclusive to the Cayenne Coupe. It's also the range topper for the model, slotting in above the Turbo and the SE Hybrid. The unveiling comes just a week ahead of the Cayenne Turbo GT's first public outing, which will take place at the Goodwood Festival of Speed from the 8th to the 11th of July last year. The new car promises to be the fastest ever production Cayenne and one of the fastest SUVs on offer. The Cayenne Turbo GT retains the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that powers the Turbo Coupe, but does so with a power boost of 90 PS, or 67 kilowatts or 90 horsepower, giving it a total of 640 PS, 471 kilowatts or 631 horsepower. Torque is also up by 80 newton meters to 850 newton meters or 626 pound-feet of torque as well. The bump in power isn't down to a simple remap, as some may assume. Instead, Porsche has created their most potent 8-cylinder on offer today by revising the crankshaft, turbo, induction, and intercooler. The Turbo GT also features a lighter titanium exhaust system. The engine is coupled to an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission, with revised software for the all-wheel drive system and additional cooling. The result is a faster shifting box, but presumably not as fast as what a PDK dual-clutch unit would achieve, something that Porsche has shied away from giving the Cayenne. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. However, it's not the most powerful of the Cayenne Coupe lineup. That accolade falls to the Cayenne SE Hybrid Coupe, which outputs a combined total of 680 PS or 670 horsepower. But the Turbo GT is faster than the heavier hybrid with a 0 to 62 mph or 0 to 100 km/h time of just 3.3 seconds, compared to the 3.8 seconds of the E-Hybrid and 3.9 seconds of the Turbo Coupe. Top speed is up too, with the Cayenne Turbo GT maxing out at 186 mph or 297 km/h, up from 178 mph or 285 km/h of the Turbo Coupe. Still not as fast as the Aston Martin DBX 707 though. All told, Porsche says it's their fastest and quickest production Cayenne and SUV to date. The Cayenne Turbo GT sits 17mm lower than the Turbo Coupe, and Porsche says that each element of the chassis and active control systems have been given fine-tuned specifically for this model. Well, that's a bit of a weird sentence, okay. The Cayenne Turbo GT rides on specially designed rubber from Pirelli, while the air suspension is 15% more firm. Other systems that Porsche employs on the Cayenne have been fine-tuned for the Turbo GT, including the Active Suspension Management PASM, Dynamic Chassis Control PDCC, Power Steering Plus, and rear axle steering. The front wheels are an inch wider to aid handling, while negative camber has been added to the tune of 0.45 degrees. Also revised is the torque vectoring with support for higher locking ratios. The standard carbon composite brakes are said to be revised, although Porsche doesn't go into specifics, merely stating that they feature increased stopping power, fade resistance, and reduced unsprung mass. The Cayenne Turbo GT has already set a blisteringly hot time around the ring, with Porsche test driver Lars Kern setting an official SUV record of 7 minutes 38.9 seconds, 4 seconds faster than the previous record holder, the Audi RS Q8. The new Turbo GT doesn't introduce the Cayenne facelift, which we've been awaiting, but instead comes with a smattering of exterior upgrades. These include a GT-specific front end with larger cooling vents and a front spoiler. There's also a new optionally available color seen in the pictured model called Arctic Gray. While the Turbo GT sits lower, it also rides on 22-inch GT-designed alloy wheels housed in black wheel arch extensions that cover up the added wheel width. The roof is carbon fiber and more carbon bits abound, with the side plates and lip fitted to the larger GT-specific rear spoiler, said to increase downforce at speed by 40 kilograms. The rear diffuser is also made out of carbon fiber. The cabin sports Alcantara trim, sports seats, and GT-specific perforated panels. The main addition, though, is the introduction of Porsche's updated infotainment system, which debuts on the Cayenne Turbo GT. It features improved performance, including Android Auto joining Apple CarPlay functionality. The Cayenne Turbo GT is available to order right now and has been for about a year. with the first deliveries taking place in autumn 2021 for the UK and early 2022 for the US. It will be priced from £143,910 in the UK and $182,150, including delivery stateside. Hard stats out of the way. What do I think of the looks? Well, it's kind of like a Porsche-ized BMW X6. That is to say, it's got an X6. It's got a roofline reminiscent of an X6, so it's kind of got that sloping. It definitely has that X6-like sloping roofline. I would say shortened rear windows, so visibility is going to be worse. Probably worse headroom at the back. Ooh, I like the interior. It looks a little special at the very least. Yeah, so the exterior, if I can find a face shot, I think I was just looking at one. Yeah, it kind of looks like a 911, like a Cayenne Turbo, maybe like a 911 Turbo type of front end. So not massively special, not as special as you would expect for a Turbo GT for a very high performance model like this. I mean, yeah, it's not a GTS or even a GT3 type model, but still, you might expect a slightly more special looking front end. But it's fine, it's okay. Having said that, I don't dislike it. I do like it a bit. The silhouette of the car, I do quite like it. Very sporty looking. The only thing I dislike is how raked the rear windshield is, but it's a sport model. It's a quote-unquote coupe model, so it would be aggressively raked. My problem is rear visibility is going to be a bit poor. It's got a Panamera-style deployable rear or active rear spoiler, which is kind of cool. Problem is, seems to raise pretty high, which means very bad rear visibility, or worse rear visibility at the very least. But not only that, you kind of have almost like a Ford Escort Cosworth like double rear spoiler kind of arrangement. So you have a very low rear wing at the top of the rear window, but at the base of the roof. And then you have, once again, that active rear spoiler at the back. So it's kind of got this dual aero element at the back, kind of cool. If I can find another photo of the back, I do kind of like it. It's pretty interesting looking. I'm going to give, so the front, I forgot. I'm going to give the front 7.4. I like it. Doesn't appear terribly special at the front to me. At the back, I'm going to give it, I think, a 7. I'm going to give it a 6.9. It's pretty okay. No, 7. 7. I like the almost centrally mounted rear tailpipes. I like the active rear spoiler. I kind of like the wing as well. It's a little small, but it's discreet, so that's good for Porsche. Yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 7. Looks good. Kind of wish it was that little bit more special. Though, having said that, I'd probably lose my mind if I saw this thing in the flesh. I do like the taillights, so that's really cool. Wrap around, almost like Dodge's racetrack taillights, except they don't connect on the bottom part of it. Yeah, really cool. I like that a lot. And they're very slim. Yep. If I can find an interior shot anywhere, pretty special. It kind of makes me think of like a BMW M5 CS. So it's not as crazy as it could be, but you have Alcantara, you have contrast stitching. It's pretty obviously meant to look like a more lightweight, sport-oriented interior. So I do like that. Give it a 7. 7.3. I like it. I actually really, really like it. Again, not as special as I would prefer it to be, but that's fine. Overall, I think I'm going to give it a 7.4. Really, I like it a lot, actually. I like the way it looks. Probably handles pretty good, especially for an SUV. I mean, it did a 738. 738? That's stupid fast for an SUV. Yeah, I like that a lot. What do you guys think, though, of the new Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments below. In any case, though, I hope you all enjoyed this new car special. If you did, please make sure to like the episode, share the episode, and follow the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, share, and consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Please make sure you hit the little notification bell and then all notifications, that way you're notified every time I upload. If you want to listen to this podcast on the road, but you don't ever want the Podbean mobile app, hey, not a problem. Boot up wherever you get your podcast, type in Cody's Car Conundrum, and then choose the episode you want to listen to. I will see you all next time. You've just listened to me probably ramble about some cars, if I'm being honest. If you've enjoyed me passionately talking about lumps of metal on wheels, then why don't you follow me on Twitter at CodyCar, CONUNDRM, or check out my website, www.codyscarconundrum.com, for articles and other car-related content. If you have any questions or would like to become a sponsor, send an email to drtaffy777@gmail.com and put sponsor in the subject line. Make sure to follow me here or any other platform so you don't miss out on more full throttle content. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next episode.